Hey guys, I posted my day one video on the 23rd of May. Now it's about 2 months now, and these are the deep water culture hydroponic tomato plants that I've grown. You can see they've gotten really big. Right now they're probably about 44 inches. I'll measure that in a second. The outdoor tomato plants are about the same size, maybe a little bit smaller. So these have gotten very, very big. So you check out my earlier video if you want to see. Raise the lights. And since I started, I had to add these wire cages for the tomato plants because they've gotten so big. Measurement-wise, about 47 inches. The outside plants are 42 inches at the tallest. And the only thing I'll have to say right now is that I see a lot of flowers. I've been trying to artificially pollinate them with a spin brush. Don't know, they just keep getting bigger. I'm thinking that maybe this experiment might be a failure in that they'll get very, very big, overtake this entire 4 by 4 feet by 4 feet by 6 feet tent, and I won't get any tomatoes. So the whole idea was that I was going to see how these tomatoes compare to the outdoor tomatoes. So I've been trying to pollinate over here. If anybody's got any tips, let me know. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to change the water now, and I'm going to keep this experiment going and see how it goes. But if anybody's got any tips on what I might be able to do to try to get these things done, because I don't want to kill them, and at the same time I don't know if I'm going to have a big enough tent to grow them. So this is the Maxi Bloom for General Hydroponics. I'm going to put 1 scoop in. Now 1 bucket of water is still lasting me about 2 weeks anyway, so I only have to change this every 2 weeks. Every week I look at it. I don't usually touch it in between, so it's not a whole lot of work. So I'm going to put 1 of the big scoops in, and this one, and I'll check the pH, because the General Hydroponics actually has a pH buffer in it, and it will lower the pH. Yeah, so I put the nutrients in, and I measured the pH as well as the nutrient level. Using the big scoop of the General Hydroponics, it turned out to be about 650 ppI in both of these, as well as from a pH perspective, it's about a 4, which seems kind of low. I believe tomatoes might need higher, but the tomato's doing fine, so right now I'm going to leave it as is. So now this is a challenging part. You've got kind of a small tent, and you've got to be able to switch this plant into one of these new buckets. I have reduced the light cycle down to 12 hours. I had it at 18 originally, and these things just keep getting bigger and bigger. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to slide these over to the left as much as possible. I'm going to put the new buckets in. Like so. I'll do the back one first. Now the cage will hit the lights, so I just want to be careful. I'm going to do this, and we're going to bring the stones, the air stones in, and we are pretty much done with that one. And you can see how much water is left. This is after 1 week, so I'm changing it after 1 week because I wanted to film this video, but like I said, normally I would do this every 2 weeks. Okay, I've changed the water, and now I'm going to just close this up for another 2 weeks, with the exception of going and using the spin brush to try to pollinate the flowers a little bit. The only thing I will say, and that I've noticed, is that some of these branches, you can see they look like roots growing out of them. So again, I'm going to research that, and I'll post it on the video what that happens to be. It seems kind of cool if I were going to use this to clone and bring it outside, and if I had a longer season at this point I probably would. So I will keep you posted. Leave comments if you want me to continue with this and give you updates, and if you've got any tips, please also leave those in the comments, other than maybe evil tips. Alright, thank you.